Sedans versus SUVs. Who's winning, why are they winning, and how does it affect us? Today we're going to be covering these things. So let's get straight into the video. So the first question, sedans versus SUVs. Who's winning? SUVs are winning, and they're actually winning by far. If you look at these statistics that I'm about to put up on the screen right now, you can clearly see that the sales of SUVs has dramatically increased over the last few years. But why is this? Why are SUVs selling so well? Why are they so hot? That's what I'm about to tell you right now. So let's get into why SUVs are selling in such massive numbers. Number one, ride height. Now, Americans generally prefer cars that sit high, and that's why SUVs and off-road vehicles are selling in massive numbers. Ford just released the new Bronco. Prices of the Toyota FJ Cruiser are going up higher than their original MSRP. And also Jeep sells Wranglers consistently. Now, according to the sales figures of SUVs, people generally like sitting high and prefer sitting high. But that can't be the only reason why SUVs and off-road vehicles are selling in massive numbers. Another reason why is cargo space. So if you had a family and the prices of cars were going up and you could only have one vehicle, what would you get? You get probably a very practical vehicle. Well, that's exactly what SUVs are, because there is tons and tons of cargo space. You could probably fit refrigerators in the back of new SUVs nowadays. You could fold down the car seat and you have way more room than you would have in any other sedan that's on the market right now. So that is the number two reason why SUVs are winning. Practicality. More cargo space obviously means that you can haul more things in the back. But SUVs have always had that, so how come just recently they started to take off? Well, the biggest reason is engine efficiency. Engine efficiency has improved massively over the last decade or so, and that's why SUV sales have skyrocketed and gone through the roof. Because back in the day, if you were getting an SUV, you would have to pay a massive fuel economy penalty, whereas nowadays you don't have to do that anymore, and sedans pretty much get the same fuel economy as SUVs. So if you were a person who didn't care about cars, then you get a higher ride height, more cargo space, and the same fuel economy. So for those three reasons, that's why more people are gravitating to SUVs and crossovers. And it makes sense. But why does it affect us? The reason that it affects us is because the more SUVs that companies sell, the more sedans they don't sell. And if sales of sedans keep lowering and lowering and lowering, then we might not see as many cars geared for enthusiasts. Now, there's actually proof of this because Ford canceled all of their cars in America besides the Mustang, and Honda stopped making the manual version of the Accord. Honda also recently canceled the Fit. They also canceled the Accord Coupe in 2017. They also canceled the Civic Coupe this year. So we're losing out on performance vehicles. And if this trend keeps on going up, then we're going to see more and more cars that we love get taken away from us. So here's a list of some cars that have already been canceled this year.
Bye, Felicia.
Now, as a car enthusiast, what would you do to fix this? Now, one of the solutions that I think could definitely work is hatchbacks, fastbacks, and small wagons. I think these need to be marketed more. And recently, I just drove a JCW Mini Clubman. And I thought that was the perfect all-around car because it was geared for the enthusiast. It had the perfect amount of cargo room. And if you want, you don't have to get the JCW. You could still get a really nice Mini that doesn't have a lot of power and gives you a lot of fuel economy and has the performance and doesn't sacrifice the cargo space. So cars like these are cars that are geared for the enthusiast, but also geared for practicality, which I think would mesh the two things together really well. Another thing is fastbacks, like the Audi RS5 and the Kia Stinger GT. Now, those are two cars that have practicality and performance. Now, the Kia Stinger GT, though, doesn't sell particularly well, and it's also one of the cars that they're planning to get rid of. However, if companies were to spend more money marketing their fastbacks and marketing their small wagons, instead of spending all that marketing money on crossovers, then maybe that would give the sales of sedans a little bit of a boost. Another solution would be hatchbacks. The Volkswagen Golf consistently sells really well. And the new Corolla hatchback is also going to sell well because A, it uses the Corolla name, and B, Toyota have done a really great job marketing this car. And also the GR Yaris is coming. That's another car that I think is going to sell well, but not in the American market, because obviously we're not going to get it here because we don't get any cool things in the American market. Now, I don't think companies are going to do this, because why would you change a formula that already works? And if you're getting a ton of sales from SUVs and crossovers, then you only care about the sales, and I understand it. But I would love to see more performance-based cars that can also be practical. So the main point that I'm trying to make here is that if companies don't market fastbacks, hatchbacks, and small wagons, then we might see enthusiast cars go away slowly, one after another, and we might see manual transmissions go away altogether. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some great performance SUVs. There's Urus, there's the RSQ8, there's the X5M, there's the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, but those SUVs are all crazy expensive, and the normal average family can't afford it. And if they could, then you'd see everyone driving around in a Porsche Cayenne Turbo, but that isn't the case. Now, normal SUVs are big, bulky, they can't really handle well, and the coupe ones look like hard-boiled eggs. So if SUVs keep selling the way they are, then our performance cars are gonna go away, and I don't want to see that happen. But that's just what I think. I want to know what you think in the comments below. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I will be reviewing a 3 Series pretty soon, so keep on the lookout for that. Subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.